All right, welcome. It is time as we are here woo, on Tuesday, also known as the campaign that started it all, right here at GM having a lot of fun, and we are in really what to be the hometown of Jorhas, and specifically Roshana. Here, there has been uncovered the plot to open up portals to the abyss all throughout the the city of Roshana, potentially in one swift stroke, returning it back to the hellscape that it once was, undoing the centuries of work that the citizens, drow, bugbear, goblin, and more have worked so hard to achieve. A crew understood and discovered that the plot was to wait until, as a religious observance, the sun was allowed to shine upon Roshana, throwing its denizens into a state of weakness, while at the same time opening up the portals to the abyss so that a muck could be a run. So they have retraced some of their steps, realized that some have been killed who could give them information, and had a bunch of shadows set on them, supposedly summoned from the abyss itself. And so, with that, we will see what it is they're ready to do, as they know time must be running short. Remember, if you're watching, you can go ahead and spend those channel points to give them some bonuses. Without further ado, let us begin. In the night sky, that seems to be all around. What is your next plans?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, if we're just picking up sort of where we last left off, I think Shiny's a little flabbergasted from the response that he got from Rhea. So he would, of course, follow up. He can. And cast and say, I think there's been a huge misunderstanding, or I have the wrong Rhea. He said he stayed away to protect you, and he cares very much about you. Where are you?
I'm sure that self-righteous, hero-worshipping piece of crap would see himself in that position. Oh, can't be near me. I'm too dangerous. The only way for you to survive, not realizing whatever. How important he was.
Ow! I think I'll give her maybe a day to cool off before I try messaging her again.
Not for too long, you'll forget her.
Ouch. Yeah. Depending on how long it's been since Dolus started working on his spells and stuff, Hope had a thought and was wanting to get with Marlborough about some stuff. Where would Marlboro be?
We're back at the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd probably just be around in the house somewhere, so it's easy enough for me to be in the kitchen.
All right.
At the table eating cereal.
eating his Wheaties.
We're testing 3 different
the
bowls
works.
here.
Yeah. Marlboro,
Yeah.
you got some time? I've thought of some stuff, and I was wanting to run it by you, and because I think we're thinking about this attack in the wrong way, possibly.
Tell me more.
When people are getting ready to raid a village, town, another ship, so to speak, you don't just do it. Well, most of the time, with the ship, it doesn't matter. But town or a village, you usually take your time and you learn the layout. You learn where the guards are, when they are there, and stuff like that, correct?
It is one way.
How would we... I was thinking about trying to figure out maybe where the weak spots are. Where it would be a good place to let loose an attack like this to open up those portals.
Well,
where's the weakest points in Roshana?
it could be the most heavily trafficked and populated pedestrian area.
Mm-hmm. Most casualties.
Yeah, well, the biggest impact.
Mm-hmm.
And that could also be the feint where that happens and the true targets are elsewhere. So it's difficult because we don't know how long they've been planning this necessarily. And we don't know who's cooperating.
Yeah.
They have to have allies to infiltrate.
Mm-hmm.
If there's any kind of special events, so if it's supposed to happen during the daylight, then is there an area that has the most people gathered to witness? Would always be considered a weak point just because it's civilians.
Yeah.
So, finding out if there are points that people gather, and also understanding from our side of it, how is the city protected, and is there a pattern to it, and who's in charge of the security of it?
Yeah.
Because somewhere there has to be some kind of breakdown.
Well, do you think your fellow knights would be part of that security?
Matt, would I think that? Or they're more for actual operational purposes?
far as the knights, they tend not to be so much for security. They're more for the military that would defend from an outside attack or go to attack.
So defend against a siege or to launch an actual strike.
Yes.
So, well, they're not used much for security.
Do you think your mentor might know like possible weak spots?
He's been here a while, so there is the possibility of that. It's worth asking.
Yeah.
Questions about.
Yeah. I
think it's good thoughts, but I think it's good thoughts, and when I say they could have allies, it could be people that have infiltrated under the guise, under certain disguises.
Yeah. Well, we know that some of them were in the Undershire, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were getting their information from the Undershire, and they were staying in the Undershire, and they're disguised. What? I could.
Yeah, I think one of the you break up really good points, and I think it kind of leads us to the path of trying to prevent the onset of it instead of trying to push it back after it started. So it might be good to get the whole group together and find out how we want to dissect this issue to try to uncover it, because it just feels like we're running out of time.
Yeah, I did commune, and the Moonweaver thinks it would be sooner rather than later.
Well, your deity has not steered us wrong yet.
No. I think I need to get to the temple real quick, and when I get back, we can get together and talk about this more.
I think it's worth taking a stroll over to the training grounds and seeing if I can find out any information that could be useful.
Okay, sounds good.
But let's make sure everybody knows where everybody is.
Yes, 100%. You know where Nylumia is?
It's probably in the spa.
Have you seen Mars? I'll if we still have that mental link thing, I'll go, Mars, where are you?
I'm like 10 feet through the next wall.
Okay.
How
Have you
about
seen Shiny?
Group huddle?
Group huddle?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll relay that to literally everyone. Hey guys, wherever y'all are, you guys in the kitchen? You guys are in the kitchen? Yeah.
I'm on the roof.
Okay. Can you get down to the kitchen safely?
Shiny misty steps into the kitchen.
Oh, hey, Shiny.
Does your telepathic thing work on over different planes?
No.
No.
Then
That
yeah,
means-
Nylumia does not hear any of that. She's in her mansion still.
Well, if we haven't heard from Nylumia, I'll send it. I'll cast sending.
I'll run up and go.
Okay. She's probably in her mansion. If you could go run and get her, I'll go see if Dolus is done.
He probably heard that message from Mars, and probably as Marlboro was going up the stairs, he's probably passing by Dolus, who's like half looking where he's going, but his glance is at his book, just like getting down the steps, and like doesn't see Marlboro, so he gets like bunted to the side for the wall, like oh, sorry.
That's okay. I turn around and I say, "Hey, the kitchen is just straight in there, so don't get lost."
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Thanks.
Point him in the wrong direction.
As he like gets a couple steps towards the front door, like, oh, I was supposed to turn. Okay. Hey guys. Okay. Not like just staying on his book, not even like recognizing there are other people around. Yep.
Did you get what you needed done?
I've got maybe a couple more hours of transcribing. What are we having, dinner or something?
No, some ideas, and we've still got to go to the temple.
Right. Okay. Yeah. You said okay. You wanted me to be there with that, so he'll
Please?
shut the book and get that done. Yeah. I think I'll wait for Nylumia because I want her input on this too.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, cereal. Takes one of the other bowls and starts eating.
And Marlboro can just walk into the mansion, right? Nylumia?
Yeah.
Okay,
You're always
so
allowed.
I'll walk in looking for you. Where will
You'll
I'm
find
looking,
me
where will I-
You'll find me in the foyer today. Since now the cereal's created, she's working on product placement, and she's made a giant box of cereal with Marlboro on it. And she has different pictures of either like a Rakshasa, a dragon below you, just one of you looking heroic, one of you over the sea, like on the ship, just like a bunch of different ideas. And she's like, "Oh, what's up?"
Hey, oh, you've been busy. We're having a meeting in the kitchen to kind of discuss what we have in front of us.
Why you're here? Which one do you like best?
They're all great. I like the one on the ship for some reason. I don't know.
Perfect. Then we'll go with that one as our first run. All right. You hear that, boys? Get to work. And she heads out with Marlboro.
What are we doing?
See, this batch gets too soggy after a couple of minutes. I'm gonna table that one.
Yeah, all the bowls that Dolus grabs of cereal, I just prestidigitate the milk to taste a bit more sour.
You just gotta fuck with me every chance you get, do you?
Yes, brothers. Like I gotta catch up.
Okay.
Somebody tie that dog up.
Yeah.
Mars, did you bring another animal in?
I did not. I think the cat's just really good at doing dog noises.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, cool cat.
So while we're here together, Hope had some pretty good ideas, and we want to just make sure that we're all together on what we think our next steps are as time is fleeting.
Okay. Yeah. What were your ideas?
She'll run it down for everybody. Thinking about weak spots, places where there's large congregations of people, possibly even in the Undershire.
Okay.
That sort of stuff.
I'm not sure if I floated this this idea before, but I'll float it again. I really do think we have a good lead on information as to what the Cerberus Assembly is doing, and it's that dead body in the next room. I feel like raising him up. He can talk. He at least has a jaw.
Did we
Unlike
bring it back?
We left him there after the Undershire, and I had
The
that
body-
room locked and key.
With the body that we took from the Undershire,
Yeah.
Yes.
we teleported that
We
away.
teleported that way
Yeah.
away.
It's being eaten by lizard folk on Uruk Hazel right
Oh
now.
really?
Uh-huh.
Ah, fuck,
Yeah.
man.
Because we already spoke with that.
Yeah. Well, what we could do is we could go grab The other body, I could do regenerate on his jaw and speak with dead. If the body's still there.
Yeah. Unless our assembly friends haven't gone back and scooped up his remains.
In the span of what, half an hour?
Well,
No, it's been way longer than that.
Yeah.
In the span of oh god, really? Has it really been that? Have I been in that?
Phyllis, look out the window. It's already night.
I'm not looking at the window in the city that is always night.
Yeah, we've got to leave soon so I can get over there to give this back.
That's right. Okay, but that's a good idea, and I feel like the goal should be getting to them before they start it. I don't like just waiting for them to start the siege. We won't know anything by then, and they could have already, gotten everything they wanted to do before we even realized it.
Yeah. We'll be
also, I have an idea on maybe spotting potential people. I can do true sight on somebody.
Oh
and
yeah.
Someone can go and we can go out, or whoever could go out and keep their eye out, see if they see anybody who's not who they're supposed to be.
That's a great idea.
I have that spell as well, so we can probably put it on 2 people.
I have it on me already.
Okay, that's
Also,
1.
Yeah, at all times.
3 of us could be able to. That might be useful.
Yeah, that's a 6th level. You don't have 6th levels, do you, Shiny?
Nope.
Okay. But I can't cast until tomorrow.
That's fine. Plan I want to run with, I'll need a little bit more power. To add on to your plan of giving 2 of us true sight, and also Melumi having that, I could wander around with the true sight, cast detect thoughts, see if just get more information out of them. This is a lesser thing, maybe not something to be priority 1 or 1 through 10. Since we learned there are a lot more drow coming into the city, specifically in the Shadowshire, I'm wondering if maybe there have been new guards positioned at certain points in the city, like exits, entrances, gates, important spots. Because maybe if there are new drow coming into the city, maybe they could try to worm their way into important spots.
Positions.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
That's kind of smart, actually.
And so
hard to track that many people.
Yeah, we do come with credentials, so if we wanted to ask.
Yes.
And then Hope had also mentioned about, checking with the Echo Knights to see maybe their views on the strengths and weaknesses in the city.
Yeah. That could also factor into... I have a lot of thoughts running through my head. My brain is wild. Spots on where they could open their portals, because we know they have the capability to do that. So that could also go into where they think the most strategic points to do that would be.
Do you think they're still leaving spots like those portals that we saw open up in the Shadowshire?
It's something to look out for.
Yeah, it'd be a great tool for misdirection, right?
Well, I could do a locate object, see if I can find anything that way, any of those little stones that way.
Yeah.
So
Well, here's the thing. we've thrown out several very valid points and ideas. Time is our biggest enemy right now. So if we are going to chase these down, first thing, we don't need to chase them alone. And we need to be able to effectually get to each other, each group get together as quickly as possible. So we got to think about that as well.
Dolus, you were able to see some of the people and devils down there, right?
I don't think so.
You
The state that you saw me in, it made it kind of dulled my senses a bit. I wasn't able to get a good face on any mages. Probably not what kind of devils are down there.
But the location you were at, you could. Do you know scrying?
Do I know scrying? Let me check the book. Any snaps? It comes out, and he's going to look through that. That's inventory, you idiot. Spell book. No, I need some time to scrap that into my book.
I really need to work with you one day.
Yes.
All right.
Don't have the time nor the resources, but I feel like time is upon us right now.
Yes, and I was just saying that could help because we'd be able to watch at least down there and see if they move from there. Then we know that.
That's a good idea. Let me check something. And Dolus is going to look in his bag. Okay.
If these guys have been scrying on us, then there's possibility that these guys have anti-scrying magic on them.
It's possible, yeah.
Can I not scry on locations? Is that a part of the spell?
You could scry on
you can.
locations, but
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that if they have anti-scrying magic on them, you can't see them.
You can't see them, but you could still see the location.
Yeah,
Okay.
you have to put up a spell, Mordecai's Sanctum, for the location.
Yeah.
And unless you do it for a year, there's no way to make it permanent.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I got a total, just 500 and change in my purse.
I hand you 300 gold.
I mean, that's good too. But this 500 could also go for anything we need for the raised for. Actually, no, that's good. 300 gold's good. I'll put that in there. You got the spell in your spell book, right? Can I just borrow that for a second?
Yeah. Go
That's not how
there.
it works.
I know it's gonna take me some time to do
Yeah,
it
you
for a
have to
couple
copy
hours.
it, yeah.
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 I don't think I'm gonna sleep tonight actually because we want to do.
You know what,
Do this by tomorrow, right?
Dolus,
Eh?
do that, and I will go to the temple.
I can accompany you.
Okay, that works.
That's
You
good.
do your thing, Dolus. Just be careful and be safe.
I got Marlboro eating cereal next to me. I'll be fine.
Okay.
I got to go to Echo Nights.
I got Mars next to me. He won't leave.
No, Lumia cracks up laughing as she heads up with Hope.
I guess I'm not going with you. Okay. Bye. Have fun.
Is there somewhere you needed to go?
I wanted to go with them, but I guess I'm here stuck babysitting my older brother.
Shiny, you wanna just watch me do this shit for a bit? I'm just gonna sit here now. You know what? I'm gonna be extra safe. I'm gonna go in the room that I have locked.
Mansion's still there for another 10, 12 hours.
Still missed. All right, cool. I'm going up.
Shiny pops out of one of the cupboards. What? Why'd you do what?
You want to chill with me while I do some scribbling?
Sure.
All right, cool. Follow me.
Mars, are we linked up?
Can be.
Before Dilumi and I leave.
Yeah.
Duck my head out from upstairs and be like, "Yep, get my
It
head
won't
there."
work if you're in the mansion. So
Well, that's why I'm at the stairs.
7 hours, y'all.
7 hours. You still won't be able to hear anybody if you're in the mansion.
I know. Yeah, that's why I'm not going in the mansion. I'm just gonna be sitting just in my room.
I was talking to Dolus, but yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I'm already in the mansion.
God damn it.
And he's gone.
Okay.
So Dolus,
What's up, bud?
so where are we in the mansion? We're like in the library, I guess.
Nailimi, is there a library in the mansion?
I'm sure there is.
Hmm.
It's not probably like a super big library. She likes reading, but not much reading. She's an,
Yeah, I think there's like one of those super long tables you see at in a college classrooms. It just could fits like maybe 3 people on one side. You kind of just takes the opposite end, gets the book, puts some light in here, and just starts. What's your question,
Sits on
Shiny?
top of the table.
You're awful
He's
close
got
there,
a
bud.
ball. He's got a ball, and he's just rolling it back, and he's sitting crisscross applesauce on top of the table, and he's just rolling the ball back and forth in between his hands at either side of his knees. So, you ever met this Raya?
Yeah, who do you think she went to? Who do you think Mars went to get her out of there?
Out of where? Rexington?
He closes the book. When my brother fell out of terms with his buddies over at the trust, he wanted me to get him out, and he wanted to make sure his lady friend got out. So I, being me and my way with getting others to do what I say, I pulled some favors. I put Mars in one direction, and I put her in the other direction. I didn't tell where they were going to, any of them, just so that they can have plausible deniability as to where each other were. Mars can't lead anybody to her, and vice versa.
But that was a long time ago, wasn't it?
2 years? 2 months? 2 years? 2 years.
And they haven't tried to get the one from the other.
I left that up to Mars. He's a big boy. If he doesn't want to talk to her, that's up his butt, man. I gave him some help. He's my brother. I made sure she was out and okay, out of harm's way. And
if it was you and Hope, how long would you wait to try to get back with Hope?
Puts his pen down. What's your point?
You're saying maybe there's more to the situation than just wanting to protect her.
How exactly do you know about this?
Oh, we were talking about Rhea the other day, him and I. Because one time when we were inside his brain, he kind of looked like, well, we kind of saw her. And yeah, we saw her. He looked kind of shook up.
That's weird. He hasn't said anything about that to me. He hasn't asked me about where she was or or any help to find her. So,
Oh, well, we talk about it all the time. So I don't know. Maybe you guys just don't really, have that kind of open and honest relationship that you think you do. I don't know.
are you still rolling the ball at this point? Like,
Yes.
just side to
Yeah.
side. I
It's going
I stopped the ball between your hands, and I'm like, you're telling me that I don't know my own brother, and he doesn't trust me to tell me these things?
Well, when's the last time you talked to Rhea?
It's not my job to talk to Rhea. I'm talking about Mars.
No, when's the last time he talked to Rhea?
Don't know. Haven't asked.
Well, if you knew your brother as well as you think you did, don't you think you should ask? And then Shiny, boop, out of there.
Fucking Faye, man. Let's back to scribbling.
Mars, want to take a stroll?
I look just like up at the ceiling and then down. Yeah, sure. Let's go. Where are we going?
I'm gonna go over and see some of the knights and see if we can't get some information. Maybe we can, maybe we can't.
Okay. 1 second. I'm gonna tell the other two where we are. I'll go up to the mansion. Step inside. Shiny and Dole's gonna like blip back on in my range and like telepathically, hey, Marlboro and I are going to see the Echo Knights. You guys good here?
Yep. Bring back dinner or something. I'm kind of hungry.
You're in a magical mansion. Shiny, you good here?
Yep.
You want anything?
Shiny answers you verbally, and Dolus, you realize he's still in the library, just some other part of the library.
There's just a heavy sigh in Dolus's corner of the room.
Did you take the bowl away from him, or could he have grabbed the bowl?
You would have grabbed it.
And then all you hear is just this annoying, repetitive bump, bump. He's like clearly throwing the ball up against some wall, making a loud racket in the library.
Oh, I can feel Dolus's stress and anger. Oh, that's fun. All right, I'll see you guys later. I go back and join Barbara.
And we're just going to make our way over to the Echo Knight area.
Very good. As you do that, I know Naomi and Hope were off to the temple to return the Nightstone.
Yeah, and ask some questions.
Very good. So you are known now, partially as you approach, assuming that Nailumir has her robes on that denote her rank.
Yeah.
And then, of course, they see Hope as well. And way is made for you. And you can see blood and such has been cleaned up. There is a young drow woman who is in the gray robes of the Luxen who come up and go, "Oh, I've been asked to be your attaché for the time that you are here, visiting. You're here to return our holy artifact."
Yes, I am.
Yes, and Archmage or Junior Archmage Nailumi, it's amazing that you are here as well.
Thanks. So I'd come be my friend here and check it out.
Self and a hero of the faith. Please.
Yeah, of course. I do have some questions. I don't know if you'd be the one to ask, or if I need to ask somebody else.
To you, if you want to ask them before I bring you in, you can, or you can ask them to others. I can hopefully help you the most. That's what I'm being asked to do.
Oh, that's wonderful. One question I have. The Bright Queen said something that I'm not sure what it means. She said that she called me a child of possibility, a blessed child of possibility. What is that?
You sure she was referring to you and not something else?
When she said it, these marks came on my face.
Suppose it would mean that the legends we have, I've never heard of it actually happening, but children can be you could say born of the Luxon in a sense. There's several ways theoretically one could do this. Some could say that you could ignite a possibility within a womb. There's also making subtle changes to produce a certain child. That name, which is very rarely given, would refer to that process, the child that is brought about, or a life that is brought about by manipulation of the threads of possibility the Luxon give us access to. Or visions given to us by the Luxon that we follow that would potentially highlight that possibility.
You're not saying she's with child, are you?
I'm not with child, am I?
I don't believe so. I mean, that's how I know. If you're just asking me what this word means.
Yeah, okay. I'm still confused about it.
She looks at the markings on your face. She goes, there was effort in you coming about. Is at least what these marks would mean. It's marking someone who is likely an honoree. It could be simply that she is giving this honorific because only someone who the Luxon chose could have helped in what happened the other night. Or maybe the Queen believes that you are that. It could be general or specific. It really depends. I would talk more to Her Majesty if you can.
Yeah, I don't want to bug her right now. She's a busy lady. Yeah.
Hope is gonna see Nailumi kind of fly to your belly and whisper,
I really hope you are pregnant.
Just kind of swat her away. Stop it!
Sorry.
I'm not even married yet. Moving on. Who do I need to return this to?
Right, well, you're the one who kept me here, so let's go.
Yes. Yeah. Another question I had. With the True Light, is there like celebrations that happen? I'm so new to the area, and I've just heard so much, and I want to know.
Asking about
like whenever the True Light happens, is
when
there
the light
like
comes up, yeah.
when the light comes up?
It's less celebration, more staring at the sun.
Staring at the sun. You guys got to be careful with that. My dad always told me if I stared at the sun, I'd go blind.
Yes, some do.
Oh, gotcha.
It is a pain. What our beliefs are is through this pain we get clarity. We allow the sun to burn and hurt us through a long time, a day, until the relief of night, to remind ourselves to keep it in our children.
So
That it was painful, the painful of the betrayal gods.
Gotcha. So even the people from the Shadowshire?
Yes, they
Underchild.
will.
Yeah, they will come up.
They'll come up. Yes.
Okay. That's so interesting.
It is not forced, but
Well,
it's generally,
it's what you guys believe in.
yeah, it's generally imparted that you are to allow yourself this pain for the time that the priests deem appropriate.
Helps
She's
quiet.
shown you through the walls and the things back to the same room you were again. Can just see where the blood still needs to be more scrubbed, but everything else is there. As two priestesses come forth, each one in flowing gray robes. They go, "Blessed child of possibility, you are returning our stone."
Yes, I am. Do I need to return this Luxon medallion thingy as well?
No,
Oh.
it is. We are instructed that the service you performed marks you as an honorary member here. You have full rights. Though the ones who are within the center around the Luxon, we ask that they are not disturbed unless invited, but all else you may roam freely.
I have been bestowed a great honor, and I'm just glad I could help.
No one speaks. I am Emily. Just wanted to say thank you personally. Most of our mentors were killed last night, and the reason we get to mourn them is because you and your friend stopped the issues. And we are kind of all trying to figure it out. Most of us are about to use the Nightstone for the first time. But we think we are going to go maybe through a rotation and then let the light shine upon Roshana. I think that's best.
So, how many of you are there to go through a rotation of you all?
It is typically the three high priestesses who take care of this. The one is sleeping now, and one of us will take the day. But it can get tiring based on the rituals, so we are hoping to not have too much of it all at once.
Okay, so you're thinking 3 more days, and then...
Yes, assuming one of us doesn't fail to attune.
Oh, no.
There's a typical process. That's why it was a bit amazing that you were able to attune. It shows the blessing of possibility in your life.
I see. Well, I have no doubt that you will succeed. And it... Oh, hold on. It's only 1 minute. How much longer before one of you needs to attune to this?
Oh, we actually have others that we were attuned to. This will be allowed to rest and restore.
Okay. Who's attuning next? Who's tuning?
I have Amelie speaks. I am the next one.
No, she'll put her hand on her shoulder and she'll cast guidance on her while saying, "You have this. Just have faith in yourself and faith in the Luxon."
I'm happy that fate brought you here.
You guys have a lot of work to do, and you've answered so many questions, and we thank you. We'll take our leave to allow you guys to do this.
Your attaché comes. She goes. The breaker wanted me to escort you here just before you would leave, and you see there is a. She comes up to a wall, and she gestures for you to touch it, and as you do, your Luxon medallion glows, and the wall. You feel it slide open, though you don't see it move. And then you feel you can walk through what is an illusion backed up by a wall. And you walk in. And this room consists of a space where you walk down a few steps and are surrounded by 3 tables that are almost shelves that surround you and go up, and on them are several spell components. You see diamonds of various sizes. There's also a jeweled chalice that is available, and just blessed and holy relics that one would use in focusing divine energies. We were told within reason, but it is something that you have access to. And then she also points, and you do see there's like essentially a donation tin that is marked, and there are like gold coins in here. She goes, "This is for you." And there is one thing she wanted to make sure I gave you personally, and she goes to a lower drawer that you see has essentially what looks like a Luxon symbol on it that can be turned, kind of blocks it with her body, and she begins turning it to the right and to the left, like different clicks, and then it opens. And she carefully removes a scroll case.
No.
She hands it to you and like bows her head.
I'm confused. I've never gotten a scroll case before. Should I open it now? Or should I wait?
If you desire. This is given as a way of thanks. It is the spell of true resurrection. Something like this is rarely given.
Oh, yeah.
my knowledge, there's only one other in Roshana.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna put it in my bag. Actually, yeah, I'll put it in my bag for now, and just kind of every couple seconds checking to make sure it's still in there. Like, oh god, it's just gonna disappear. Oh wow, how gracious. This all is almost too much. Thank you.
With, in the Queen's words, we nearly lost our city. And therefore, a way we can repay you is to make sure you could get someone if you lose them.
Truly. Thank you. Oh goodness. And I'm like Courtney is still a little confused, like with the components and stuff.
So a scroll, you wouldn't need components.
No.
Oh, you mean the components here? Basically,
Yes.
you would have access to take them.
Okay. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, she I think she would
So it's whether you want to leave a donation or whether you need to take them. There's
mhm.
essentially this. They're basically putting forth this level of trust in you that you would use appropriate judgment.
Yeah. Makes sense. Okay. Well, she's gonna drop 100 gold, but she's also gonna grab. Yeah, she's gonna drop 200 gold and grab 200 gold worth of diamond. We always need diamond. Well, I know Shiny has a shit ton of diamond, but Hope doesn't, so. So she can get diamond dust.
You should grab that chalice.
That's an expensive chalice.
Your return. You helped out the city.
Okay, I'll grab the chalice.
They didn't ask for a donation for everything. They just asked for a donation.
That's true. Heroes Feast.
And you do hear this all in your mind.
And I'm talking back in my mind. I'm like, we always need Heroes Feast. We'll probably need one soon.
I'm hearing this too technically.
Yeah, she'll drop 200 gold, and she'll grab 200 gold worth of diamonds, and she will take the chalice.
Okay. In the meantime, we have Marlborough and Mars making their way and arriving at the training ground for the Echo Knights.
I like to look over and see where the gentleman that was the mentor to him.
Yeah, you see, there is a bit of the training going on right now. It's interesting. There's some where their echoes are running away and causing a muck, like not listening to them. One of the Echo Knights, their echo turns and hits them instead as they kick it and it vanishes, and like, damn it! As they're learning to control these possibilities and to pull the right ones. A lot of what is second nature to you. It's interesting seeing them trying to learn to do it. Then there's others who have amazing control, like you do, who are performing complex tricks, even some where they're tossing their weapon to their echo to then have it toss them somewhere else. Their echoes are giving them boosts over walls to complete obstacle courses and other various such things. And here,
Lively day.
yeah. What we're seeing it all is your contact. And going through, there are several guards who look or wear, again, have seen you before, and nod. But the training sort of stops as you, the way up here is like a raised platform, almost like a castle wall that you're walking on. And there's not, it really feel like you could just fall off any moment. There's not much of a side to side on it. So Polaris is in full view, and there is like this strange hushed, and soon the entire yard is absolutely quiet as you make your way to the general, who welcomes you and gives you a big hug. Congratulations.
Thank you. It was my friends were very valuable to me in this, so my apologies for interrupting your training.
All friends are. 1 second. What are you staring at? And everyone goes, ah! They all start to get back to it. Goes, sorry about that. They just many need to punch their sword. That's a bedtime story.
It is, and it's an honor to be able to wield it. I come seeking some advice and help.
If we're able to, we can. What do you seek?
Any information you might have on protecting the city from incursion, both from within or without. Likely weak points that you may have considered outside of what, not looking for how the guards are deployed necessarily, but where someone could make the most impact in causing chaos and disruption.
Issue here, whenever it comes to a siege or the defense of our city, uses the thinness between this and other worlds. Even our unique discipline, I think, keeps the city thin. And to answer your question a little more practically, we know it's also thin because of the ghost lands without, the ones outside the wall. I would say as Echo Knights, our main duty is to make sure that the barrier between here and the abyss, here and the ethereal plane, the places between the living and the dead remain as strong and guarded as possible. And in our siege, kind of now starts walking you back. In a siege, our main concerns are, we call them the gate stones. They rest within the pillars. the 7 pillars around the city, the main ones, each one that bears the face of the queen. In a siege, the worst thing that could happen would be for those to begin to fail. If that would happen, the holy magic around the city would begin to crumble, and the denizens outside the walls would be able to enter.
Thank you for that information. Where, and you may not know this, and it's okay. Where in the city would the thinness be at its weakest point for incursion?
Thanks for a moment. On the top level, the coronas are the most vulnerable. Below, levels of the Undershire can get thinner the deeper you go. And it was essentially the firmaments become the most important place. They're not necessarily weak, but they have the potential to be if the temple within the Lucid Bastion would be compromised. Then the 7 pillars, 3 are on the outside between the Ghostlands and the Coronas. 2 are between the Gallimathri and the Coronas. And then 2 between the Firmaments and the Gallimathri. Those create the barrier.
And so, if I understand, the 2 between the firmaments and the
Gallimathri.
if I understand right, those could be the most important.
Yes.
If firmaments are the most important place, then wherever those seals are, that would be the most
My
important.
understanding is they draw their energy from the Luxon itself, and it proceeds from them to power the others. If those were taken out, that would start a reaction that would not be good. Well, we have things we do to try to keep the walls between worlds up. It's hard to know how much. We really don't know how much we've really done, if it's thicker at all or if they've even worked.
I'll look over to Mars and just say, is there any questions that you may have? And if needed, could you get the general a message in time of need?
Me personally, no, not getting a message over to him in time of need. That would be more Hope shining at Lumia or Dolus.
Okay.
Question wise, since I know this aspect of our enemy plan, are there any evacuation routes out of the city?
In case of an outside assault at the wall, it would be to bring them into the Undershire and into the tunnels that lead out to the sea. we would attempt to find them on boats. If it was not on boats, we would still try to get as close to there as possible and begin to figure out ways to get them out. That location is secret, and hopefully the navies don't know.
And if for some reason that's compromised, is there a backup?
Backup is to go center and help royalty and all high-level officers here make use of the teleportation circle within the Lucid Bastion. But such an emergency, it is widely thought. We've determined that it could only get out so many. So the heart of the culture would be taken, but the citizens would simply try to hide and find where they could in the Undershire. There are doorways that we would help them funnel through that would take them deeper into the Underdark. Hopefully where they could find some type, well, better chance than with the invaders.
And that's from external threats. What about if the threat's already within the wall?
If we had evacuated, it would be much the same. Otherwise, knights would assemble and we would attempt to expel the threat.
Okay. And I'm still new to the city, new to the dynasty. Echo Knights aren't traditionally or not a part of the common guard.
No. We are a special battalion. Only the Queen can assign us both to military or guard as more of a help to them.
Okay.
Mostly we are sent on individual missions.
Okay, then where are the city guards trained, organized, gathered, dispatched from?
It used to be a function of the prison of penance, but this last years it has been taken over by Lady Skaha of the Den of Glass.
Den Glass. Okay. Perfect. That's all my questions. Thanks for all the information. Thanks for all your help.
Thank you, General. Just know that we're trying to keep this as vague as possible. And we're just trying to find out how we would react and you would react so that we can, if needed, strike a blow.
If necessary, and he hands you this small gray stone. He goes, all of our blades are modeled after that one, at least what was in the records. You hold it up to the blade, it will alert us to your position. We might be able to send help depending on the situation if it is something that's going to happen in the city. Just it would go out to almost any Echo Knight, so if you're worried about who may come, you might want to hold that in reserve, but it's up to you.
Okay. That actually
Thank you.
reminds me of another question, actually. How many new recruits have you brought on to the Echo Knights in the past 2.5 months?
Months ago, 200 passed their exams. Usually anywhere from 1 to 2,000 apply. And we take the top 200 recruits each year.
Each year, okay.
And usually within 1 to 2 years, they are released. So usually each year, depending on how many are graduate the first year they are here, we sometimes hold it off for 2. But we generally clear our class before inducting a new one.
Okay. And when's the last time you inducted a new class? Sorry,
2
you're
months
already
ago.
Ooh. Okay. Thank you. I guess that's all of our business here, unless, Barbara, you want to get some training in, or should these trainings I was done?
No, we've taken up enough of their time. General, thank you. You honored us by answering our questions.
Honored us on our order. And, we've grown in prestige, knowing that our treasure is back. It's the sword and nods, and yeah. Take your leave. Do you want to all meet up, or is there anything else anybody wanted to do?
I think at this point, Mars will hear talk about the chalice on the telepathic link and go, "Yeah, the chalice? Okay." And are you guys almost wrapping up there? Or do we want to run into there back at the house?
Yeah, we're heading back, I think. Are we heading back now, man?
Yeah, we're heading back.
Okay. Yeah, we're heading back.
Cool. See you there.
Alice with the palace and a flagon with a dragon.
And she's gonna look at Nylumia and she's gonna point at her. Do not say anything about any possible pregnancy or anything, because it ain't happening.
Not yet. She flies with you. But I won't say anything to Dulles.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's not a scare I want right now.
Yeah, definitely not right now. Maybe in like a couple years, though.
Maybe.
Genuine question, Joey. How does Shiny keep annoying Dulles?
Oh yeah.
I roll to keep my wits about me and just start, like, if Shiny just gets on my last nerve, I start chasing him out of the Magic Mansion.
Give me intelligence saving throw.
Oh, okay.
DC 17 for shiny annoyingness.
Natural 19. That's not fun. Not even a spitball is gonna break me.
What about 2?
2? I'm okay.
Disadvantage.
Strength save.
How long would their meetings take up, Matt? Because this is gonna take me 10 hours for a 5th level spell.
Probably 2 hours.
Yeah, it ain't gonna take 10 hours.
Yeah, I know. I as long as I have a good guesstimation of time, that's what I need.
Right. I think there's probably a natural point. Let's go ahead and take our break,
Okay.
and then we'll kind of come back and do whatever you guys want next to prepare or proceed.
Got it.
Righty, let's do this.
Hello.
I was trying so hard not to make Polaris the Thundercat sword. And then Shiny just says it.
I can roll with it. Thundercats. Oh.
It's even cooler because he can say echo, 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 echo.
All right. So do y'all want to meet back up at the house?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
I think that's where I'll head.
I think also while
Hang on, Joey. Fix your mic real quick.
wasn't
It's
looking at
good. Do
this
that
better?
correctly. Try again.
How about now?
Nope.
This way.
That's better.
I think while Shiny was trying to bother Dolus, he would also say, "Tell me what she was like." You can't really tell what direction in the library it's coming from, but it's just
Your mic is still really crackly. It's really hard to know what you're doing there, Joey.
I think I got the gist of what he was trying to say there. And let me think. I think he doesn't. Yeah, it still doesn't know where he is in the room. He's trying looking up. He kind of just like stares at the empty wall, like across the room, and just like gives up a bit. He's like, I mean, she was fine. I didn't really get too involved in Mars's love life. He's my brother. I love him, but I don't love him that much. And when your brother's a spy, he's gonna have some secrets. So I let that be one of his secrets he gets to keep from me. Anyway, I'm gonna get something to eat. If you want to stay here, stay here. But I'm gonna go eat some real food and not. I don't know. That cereal tasted pretty good. I gotta go try that.
how is this for volume?
It's not just volume. I think it's just the IO connection is still pretty crackly.
I switched mics, so I don't know why.
Try backing out of this and then starting to link up again. That usually works.
How's this?
That's better.
Better. Yeah, there we go.
Weird. Okay.
Anyway, yeah, like I said, I let that be Mars's secret. You know, he doesn't. I didn't really pester him about his relationship. I can't remember how much what she's like, or if she even likes me or not.
You hear the ball stop. Wait. She was his fiance. They were fiancés. They were fianceing, and you didn't even bother to like learn who she was or what she liked or hang out with her or get to know her.
I had the rest of my studies and my life to do, and Mars was Well, I don't know what Mars was doing. The dude was working for a secret cell of spies for the Empire. I'm pretty sure keeping secrets was his purview.
Shiny wants to bounce the ball off the wall and hit him in the head with it.
Oh my god. Roll for that.
What's the DC for that, Matt?
Acrobatics. Dex saving throw for Dolus.
Oh, you giving me a chance? 14. I don't think
15.
Where are you aiming for? Like, I know you're bouncing off the wall, but where do you want the ball to hit on his head?
The back of your head.
The back of my head?
Yeah.
It's a dodgeball.
If you're really lucky, I used all my magic today. I'm gonna let that slide. I'm gonna tell next time this happens, I'm telling Mars.
I'm telling on you.
Oh yeah, I know.
You just hear like the cackle through the library, and like, I'm telling Mars.
Right? Slamming the door. Everybody is just fucking with me today. Am I an easy target? Probably. Stop talking to yourself, Dulles. Go get some food.
Mars just appears behind Dolus, who says you're talking to yourself. I mean, if I'm here or not, I don't know.
All right, so y'all can meet up.
Leave the poor man alone. He's been through enough today.
Definitely looking a lot better. How you feeling?
God, I'm being genuinely curious about a lot of things. Never hurt that much. Of course, I've set traps off, and I've done some stupid things. Don't get me wrong, I know. But that sucked specifically. I think only because I was just by myself when that happened. I couldn't drag anybody else in to help me. Anyway.
Just sighs.
I heard that.
How's your homework going?
Yeah, this is gonna take all day.
Oh, fun. Don't think too hard. The back of your head's getting red.
Yeah, you know, just gonna tell myself to not scratch there for a bald spot. By the way, who gave Shiny a ball?
Shiny probably went and got a ball or found a ball. I didn't give him a ball.
Enjoy our conversations, Mars. He won't shut up about your fiance. He's really adamant to learning more about her story and how you two were not seeing each other.
What a tattletale.
In the company that we're in, Mars is currently fighting the urge to mind sliver Dolus right now.
Oh my god.
Fighting the urge. He doesn't actually do it.
All right. I'm waiting. Well, Dolus still is just looking at you like,
We'll talk about that later.
Well, I
Okay.
think we've got better things to talk about right now than
Yeah.
all that.
Did you leave Shiny somewhere? Is he enchanted to just like stare at a wall for 10 minutes?
oh my god, Shiny? No, he's fine. He's over in the mansion. Hang on. They're back. We got a meeting. Come on, get your ass in here. He yells to Shiny.
Shiny comes up with the ball in hand, bouncing it up and down menacingly.
I sit down. I want to sit down and make sure I'm facing Shiny, like in the seating arrangements that we have in wherever we are. I'm just making sure that Shiny's in my line of sight.
Yeah, notice. You got a little bald spot happening back there. What's going on with
It's
that?
the stress. This party is just making me so stressed. Anyway, what have we learned, gang?
Well, apparently you have a bald spot, but
Shiny was throwing his ball at my head this whole time, okay?
What? Narc.
I am not going bald. I don't think it's even possible for me to go bald.
We can do whatever we want forever. You chose a great target, by the way, Shiny. I used to do that.
Well, it was pretty big. It's hard to miss.
Yeah.
I hope will whisper over to Lumia. Why would I want children when I have to deal with this?
You're the one that is marrying him.
Anyways, yeah. So we found out some stuff. Did you guys find out anything?
Find out some.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you guys find out first?
Please tell us. Don't keep me in suspense.
Well, they have 3 high priestesses that are going to share the responsibility of keeping the darkness, keeping the night. But because they're so new, they're going to try to go through one rotation, and then they're going to go with the light. They're going to not attune to it.
How long do we have until that happens?
3 days, hopefully.
So Marlboro will interrupt real quick and look around and just say, "Are we safe to talk here?"
Oh, I thought we were in the mansion.
If we're in the mansion, he wouldn't say
I would-
anything.
Like to look around with a perception check, Matt, and try to see if I can see any scrying sensors.
And so you're in the mansion?
No, we're in the house at the moment.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought we were in the mansion. That's why. If we're not in the mansion, then I wouldn't say anything yet.
Yeah, that was a whole. Just want to make sure. There we are.
All right, give me a perception check, Naomi.
Okay. Yeah, that's a 5 plus 7. That's a 13.
Okay.
But I'm going to add knowledge of the past to see if I can make it higher. That's a 15.
15. I mean, you look around, whoop, and you don't see anything.
Guys, we're good.
No.
I mean, the mansion is up if you want to use it, but I don't see anything here.
Don't trust it. Let's go.
Yep. I trust you, Nylumia, but I just
don't trust who we're up against.
Yeah. I don't trust what we're up against either.
Okay. Flash forward. Mansion. Kitchen table.
Yes.
Ooh.
Matt noticed that they were at the same table, but in the mansion.
Yeah.
And then she would say the stuff about the priestesses and the true light and all that sort of stuff.
Mhm.
So we have approximately hopefully 3 days. It just depends on if all 3 of them can attune to it.
I'll share the information on the gate stones. There's 7 main pillars.
Mhm.
3 on the outside.
Mhm.
I didn't get the middle 2.
There's 2 in between the Gallimaufry and the firmaments.
And though that's the most important area. So theoretically, if something was going to go down, if it hit that one, that would cause the most chaos.
Because that is that the one where those are the ones that are closest to the Luxon, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's pretty much what helps keep the city's magic up, to keep the outside critters outside
So
the gates.
if I were to attack the city, if I would want to cause the most chaos, I would aim there.
I would make I think, of course, trying to figure out people that are coming at this sideways, but I think there could be misdirection to try to lead things away and then hit that one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now, Mars also got some information on the evacuation plan.
Yeah. First main plan for getting people out of the city would be bring them down to the Shadowshire and then try to get them out either on the water or into the Underdark.
Makes sense.
They would go
Alright.
through. They would get to the water like how we got to the city the first time. Okay.
Most likely, yeah.
And if
But
that's
if that-
compromised,
If that's
if
compromised,
that area is compromised,
then it would
They-
bring everyone into the firmaments to Luce Bastion, where some of the teleportation circle is, and do their best to get everyone out that way. There's many people out.
so here's the issue I have with that.
Mhm.
If we let this thing get out and go off, there's not enough of us to control what could follow in subsequent waves. It's too many people moving in too many directions.
We'd have
We've
to split
gotta-
our party up to
Yeah.
defend
mass-
first
yeah.
off. Yeah.
Mhm.
So
We're gonna have to stop it before it happens.
Yeah.
If we can make a strike at them, I mean, I guess, Matt, this would be a check from you. Does Nylumia know much about contracts with devils from knowing Tasha before?
Oh, no, I don't, because you wouldn't have necessarily done a lot with devils. I don't think that.
Okay. If we could take out the heads of the assembly down there, I mean, that would put a damper into whatever they're doing.
Would put a damper. I still getting that scry down, but once I have that down, I can use one of your focuses. I can just look around, get a better lay of the area that I saw, where I saw those devils and the blood sigils, where I saw the mages use. Which, by the way, well, first of all, would it be too easy to just go back in the way I got out if we wanted to head down there?
Who says that's?
I would think that they would have closed that off.
That's true.
Yeah. If they saw an outsider down there and then couldn't find the outsider, and they had blood teleportation,
Mhm.
probably would have done something with blood teleportation.
That's true.
Yeah. With Hope's experience going to different ports and stuff like that, how secure does she think? How easy would it be for an outsider to get into the port here?
I would say the biggest security here is what you can tell is just the location of it. Someone would have to know about it.
Mm-hmm.
it's not obvious, and there is magic that you'd have to know to activate to get in.
Mm-hmm.
As far as defenses, like it's a long trek down that tunnel where you're assuming alerts and people could fight. Like it's probably like the worst way to attack the city.
That's what I personally thought. Like that is the most secure.
Yeah. The only thing would be if
Entry.
people, you would say, kind of because of that, if an forest came in and immediately took that port, that would therefore be one of the best ways to get people through, because it's, once those are taken out, it is unsecure. So
Yeah.
there's not a lot of backups that you saw. Whereas the frontal assault, there's getting through the ghost lands, which is hard in and of itself.
Yeah.
And then there's other ones.
So
Generally, Roshan is very fortified, which, if you remember, kind of the idea, the plan you uncovered was to cause the people to have to evacuate.
yeah, there's a lot of buffer zones, and it causing people to evacuate. What I would think would be to try and take out those pillars. And also, I think if they're trying to evacuate, they would want to try and get the port to get more people in. There's a lot of buffer zones, but there's also a lot of danger with those buffer zones.
So here's the thing: how do we preemptively strike to disrupt and unravel their plan?
We know the general area of their base camp on the surface.
Do we?
A few miles north of the city. There's at least a
That-
certain plans.
That was where they were trying to get that was where they were going to try and send people from Roshana to.
Right.
Correct.
That was
That-
the original plan, because we foiled the first attempt, the first
Yeah.
of the lake.
If they took out the bugbear, that plan might be out the window now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could have been a red herring too.
But I mean, I think those get scrying done, we figure out if there's any movement down there. Is our next step really? Because if we can find out if they're down there still, or if we can figure out anything or get down there, even we could learn more information.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you could scry on the area, Dolus, that means we could teleport to that area, because they haven't blocked it off yet.
That's true. I've seen it. Unfortunately, I didn't bring anything from that location with me, except for a couple of scribblings in the Zariel summoning room. I don't think that'll help me, though.
Well,
Also, stupid question, and stupid possibility. They were using, I know it's like blood runes, and I know they were all infernal, but they worked as teleportation circles. Like, how, like my just like guessing out of my butt here. Like, is that the right way of thinking, that those are basically teleportation circles?
Something like that.
if you could scry and get more, like write down some of those sigils, runes, whatever. I know infernal.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere for that. Matt, how possible would it be to basically reverse engineer that process with Hope knowing infernal? And Lumia, do you know teleportation circle or no?
Yes.
So if we're able to reverse engineer that, could we possibly be able to make
And
those circles and use them?
I am really good at calligraphy because that is one of my tool sets. So I can copy people's writings pretty well, I believe.
I would say, yeah, if there is a chance, carefully enough, if you're able to access your memories and work with those to understand, you might be able to recreate the addresses.
Okay. We're getting now. How would we be able to accurately get that from my mind onto my Lumia's paper?
I detect your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was going to be, because I could do that too. And link.
Okay.
Could you even possibly link both Nylumia and my mind to Dolus so we can both see?
Well, my form of magic is not that powerful. We are still
Okay.
linked. We're still linked.
Okay.
I've technically, unofficially, really once cleared the whole group when we went to Isocross, but like that was wonky. But we could maybe give it a try.
Wait, why can't you do it?
What happened last time?
Well, I was just like doing sound like into everyone's minds. We heard whispers in the walls.
Oh.
Yeah. This was like half a world away, months ago. So.
Gotcha.
I don't think there's voices in my walls anymore. I mean, there was that time, we messed around in your head. Maybe we shouldn't do that in the mansion. Because last time we messed around with Mars and his psychic stuff, that's how the Mars flare showed up.
Yeah.
Well, I can cast. I can connect us.
With what? Other than detect thoughts, there's something else?
Yeah, it's called Magic Dolus. I have a spell that allows us to. I know of a spell. I don't use it very often, but it's called. It's like creates a telepathic bond between between 8 people.
Is that able to process images?
Says the targets can communicate telepathically, whether or not they share a common language. Doesn't say anything about words specifically. You forge a telepathic link among 8 willing creatures of your choice and race, psychically linking each creature to all others for the duration.
So that could be if somebody doesn't understand a language, or the same language, maybe they could telepathically communicate via images. Especially if someone didn't speak at all.
It links our minds, so I would assume that anything you think, not just words. Because, I mean, when you think about it, really, when you're thinking words in your head, it's not really words, they're just thoughts. And whether or not they're thoughts or pictures is the same thing inside your brain.
Yeah.
All right, so this is a plan now. I get the scrying spell in my book. Start that. No, we link our minds. I start scrying, and you were all able to get the images you need to start recreating these sigils.
Well, you looked at the sigils when you left, right?
I did, but I don't know what they say. Can I accurately recreate what I saw?
Well,
make an intelligence check.
I'm gonna cast guidance on myself because I forget I have that with the Wheel of Stars. The whole shit. There we go. $26.
Yeah, I think you could accurately recreate the runes here. The Dolus takes times and starts to. What do you want to draw it on?
I'm gonna get one of you get paper. This book, and he slams the book together. That's important.
I have a forgery kit. Here's some relatively nice
Cool.
paper.
And then he will go. He'll kind of just get the. We'll get one sigil on paper. Ask for another one from Mars. Do the other sigil, and do all the sigils on their own separate pieces until he makes that full set. Yeah. I think that's it.
Okay, so these sigils lead to those places, but we don't have a sigil that'll lead to where you were.
No, because how I got to how I got from that room to out there, it was physically. I just got there physically. I got to that room by accident.
Gotcha.
I'm able to. I've been there once. The odds of me doing it again are better, but not by much. And again, I didn't take anything with me except for the notes I took when I was in the room.
Gotcha.
Right. So you're drawing these out. Nailumia, you can look at this as well. These would be with Hope's translation help. You think you could create a teleportation circle, or even the teleport spell to get to where these are pointed to. The challenge, you think you'd have to make the circle an infernal, which might take a little bit extra time, but you do have Hope to help out with that.
I mean, is that what you guys want to do?
That definitely gets us a way in. Just don't know what to expect on the other side of any of those.
I think if we start working on it, and Dulles, you continue your stuff, maybe we could do the scry before we actually do it teleport in.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Makes sense to me. We just take a day to do this.
Yeah, because I don't want to go down there until we have at least a day to rest, at least.
Yeah. And maybe get
Dulles, how much magic does scry cost you?
It's the same power. I draw upon the same kind of power that I use whenever I want to use the hand in that big B hand that I use it during battle sometimes.
Oh, your highest level?
That's not my highest.
Scry one day and then go.
Well, we only have 3 days at the very most, and that's not even guaranteed.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's if they can attune, and if they didn't even feel that confident, to be honest. Part of me wanted to suggest Hope to hey Hope, could you just keep it for a day or two?
Well, apparently that's very exhausting to do.
I can scry 3 times in a day.
Okay.
Well, it takes me. There's an hour between the second time and the third time, but I can do it.
Okay.
Yeah, if we want, you could just once you get scry done, you could wake up in the morning, borrow Shiny's mirror, scry on the thing, you get your spell back, and then we could head down there.
This is a plan.
Just to ask the question, because I don't know how all your magics work. If we open a portal to go in, does that leave a portal for them to come back?
No, because they would need. We don't have a teleportation circle in our house yet, so they don't, and they would have to have the runes for that. And for them to teleport here, they would have. Anybody could teleport here if they're watching us in the house. because they've seen the house. They could try to, I guess.
Yeah.
But
They'd have to be watching us for a long time to get really familiar with our house. And Ollie just found about them yesterday.
Well, if we're taking the day for, we're taking a little bit of time for Dolus to do his scrying, I don't think it's a bad idea to start setting up backup defenses in the city, like on the down low, around. If they launch the attack while we're down there, maybe get some defenses around the gate stones.
Well, that, and I also think that we should do some true seeing to see if we can see any interlopers.
Yeah.
And I since I gave that stone back, it's been I'm thinking 16 hours since we woke up.
Oh shit, you're right.
Yeah.
No wonder.
Yeah, that's the genuine question. Once I scry, are we immediately and we get the runes going? Are we immediately going, or are we going to take the day to do all this, gather, prepare, and then the next day we do this?
A lot can change in a day.
well, that's what I'm worried about is because we don't know if that 3 days was considering today as one of those days. Because once they take over and attune to it, that could be 1 day.
Yeah.
Right there.
They've probably already attuned to it, so this is
Exactly.
like the first
So that's
24
probably-
hours.
So that's
So rest, scry, travel, or prepare and travel. Whatever we need to do to prepare, whatever time it takes.
Yeah.
if there's messages that need to get out for people to prepare, I think those should be done now or either in the morning before we leave.
I agree.
All right, I'll get back to it, and give everyone. I'll give the sigils to Nylumia and Hope, and I'll get back to transcribing scrying in my spellbook.
Hope is going to hand Dolus the potion 1 hour for a long rest because she knows that he's going to be awake for a really long time. So after he's done, he can actually get a long rest.
So you can give that to him. He's gonna sneak a kiss because that helps him out so much, and it doesn't care if everybody just sees it. He's just gonna plant one real quick and then get back to writing. You're the best. Thank you so much.
Of course. All right, ready to get started, Nylumia?
Let's go build an infernal teleportation circle.
Okay.
Okay. So, we're going about doing this. What's the first? So we're Nylumia and Hope. You're working on the teleportation circle.
Yes.
Yep.
Which one are you trying to make it work towards?
Okay. So this was my okay. So this actually may help out a little bit more, because none of these actually go to that wall where
Correct.
Dolus Yes, this will take us to any one of those places which may or may not have a sigil to get to where Dolus is. Correct?
Correct.
That's the problem that I was thinking that we would have. I think I lost that. I think I like the way I said it earlier may have been lost in translation from my brain to my mouth.
Right. Yeah. So the problem, the thing to do is you can get to some of the locations that he saw the runes for. He did not see the rune for where he was.
He did not see the rune for where he was. We would need to actually get that rune in order to get to that location.
But that doesn't mean that those other areas are unimportant or that you couldn't do something there. You
Yeah.
might, this could be a stab you might need to take. It's up to you.
Yeah.
Do we know anything about these other locations then? Because I
We
thought
do
that I kind of was wondering that too.
We do know that the Bitter Ascension is the bathhouse that Dolus ended up in.
Okay.
That is, and then we know that there's Asmodeus's throne, the feeding pit, and the dark arrival.
Including the one that we still don't have the name for.
Yeah.
That's the one that the mages used when
Yeah.
when Dolus saw them.
That's true.
I
Ooh,
think
Naomi's
that
like-
one. I think the one that we don't have a name for. I think that one may have a better chance of leading us to where these people are hiding out.
100%.
I think so too. But I do want to just throw this out there. Asmodeus' throne would cause the biggest distraction if we were to go down there and mess around with something like that.
Yeah.
Because if that has anything to do with the alliances or the devils, then I think they would not want us playing around with that.
Do you think Karai, the warden Karai, from the Den of Keepers, that rainbow tiefling lady, do you think she would know about? Do you think she would be able to tell us if Asmodeus' throne is in prison?
Let me find out. And Elamy's just going to look off into space for a second. Hey, this is a little fairy that you met that went down in the jail. Do you know anything about Asmodeus' throne? Like, is it in the prison or ...
Once I know I've not heard of a place here named that. Whether it's in some level, I don't know. I do know that the Lucid Bastion was built upon some of the thrones. Not sure which.
Elamy will mention that to Hope. She thinks it could be the Lucid Bastion was built on some of the thrones.
Okay.
Lucid Bastion, where's that? Is that...
That's the castle, or
Yeah.
that's where the queen resides,
That's the Queen
right?
stays, right?
Yep.
That's where the queen and the temple is.
Hold on. If that
Correct.
was built, why would... If that leads to there, that's not good that they would have a thing there.
If they're looking to cause the worst damage, I would
Open
go
a
from
portal
the
there.
bottom up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that might be the best place.
So should we do that one or the one that with the wizards? check-in, group mental check-in. We have came down to choices of, and Naomi will mention which ones.
Yeah. Asmodeus' throne or the one with the wizard, possible wizard location.
We have an opportunity here to at least get straight to the wizards because they're the ones plotting whatever is happening between the fiends and this attack. So, if what we're thinking is at all correct, that they have a way to get to the Lucid Bastion through that Asmodeus' throne circle, that's something we need to tell the people there and just have them be prepared that something is about to go down. It's probably going to let the assembly know that we're onto them, but we're also going there at the exact same time. So I think Dolus's vote is going to be we should make the sigil for the no-name sigil.
Mars says follow the wizards.
The no-name sigil is Betrayer's Rise.
Betrayer's Rise?
Betrayer's Rise.
Betrayer's Rise?
Oh boy.
Holy shit.
Oh, Giles knows that. Mars doesn't.
Oh, Matthew.
Dissocian.
Okay.
Betrayer's Rise is your
I
vote.
just ruined
Dolus?
everybody's day so much.
Yeah, no, you just made it so much better.
My one of my characters in my other campaign is just got in there.
Oh, wow. I think it. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But it's a big place.
Yeah.
There's other ones you did not get.
Oh, my God.
All right, so Mars and Dolus's votes. Betrayer's Rise. Shiny Marbo.
What?
What's your vote? The Throne or Betrayer's Rise?
The what were Betrayer's Rise?
Asmodeus' Throne. That's technically, I guess, the Lucid Bastion now.
I want to
Where-
see it thrown.
It's underneath the Lucid
Underneath the
Bastion
Lucid
somewhere,
Bastion.
quite possibly.
Yeah.
I
alright.
want to see a throne.
One person will vote for the throne. Except he won't go sit on the throne I tell him about. Okay.
I'm
Fine.
trying. We keep getting distracted with all these
Uh-huh.
weird
Uh-huh.
things.
Marbo?
The Betrayer's Rise.
Solid.
All right. Let's get to work, Hope.
Sounds good.
Begin the process of setting this up. Hey, Lumia, since Hope is helping you, you can go ahead and give me an Arcana check with advantage.
Okay. That is, I'm going to throw knowledge of the past life just for fun. That's a 34.
Woo!
Good stuff.
Better than I could have done.
All right. In that case, you begin inscribing it, kind of reverse engineering it a little bit. The big issue, and it would take probably just about the time of Dolus working on the scry spell. because there's rewriting how you do your arcane writing in Infernal to replicate this circle.
Gotta take it down the first time, translate it, rewrite it, rework the problems here, make the suggestions here in my language, do this and that. X plus
Correct
Z
us.
minus 4.
Correct a line here or there.
Quadratic formula, hyperbola.
Smiley
Side
face.
move.
That's supposed to be a noun, not a pronoun.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Conjugate.
Smiley face and frowny face.
Oh, and your firstborn goes right there.
My firstborn?
Yeah.
I
Sure,
love
it's
that.
mine.
Gosh.
5 hours later. Done.
Hope is yet again exhausted and ready for bed.
Do those of us who did not spend the previous amount of time copying spells or writing circles get a chance to take a long rest?
Yeah, and that's everyone. You're going to take the time here. I'm going to put you a little bit far on the timetable, but imagine you'd all want it to get your long rest in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before bed, could never mind. I'll do it another day.
Speak now, forever hold your peace.
Well, I was gonna say
Don't
Shiny, Shiny might have would have checked in with, because that was what we were going to do before with Rhea. Check in with Sal and Sayori to see if they've met up yet.
Shit. Okay.
You got saved.
I'm ready for this.
Yeah, I would say for player wise, like once this gets going, we might be going. So you might want to.
Yeah, let's do
Okay.
this.
All right. Shiny like, all right. You know, we might be dying again for some reason. So let me try to see if I can wrap up this. Hey Sal, did you get rescued yet? Are you okay? Where are you? If you're not rescued, give me information to pass along.
I would just stay awake. Red and yellow leaves. Black. Bless.
She said red and yellow leaves and black what?
Obelisk.
Why has Sayori not found her yet? All right. Dave's gonna point in the other direction, like, Sayori, what is going on? Your sister is still trapped. Why do I have siblings who don't talk to each other all around me?
Is Sayuri on the roof still, like right now?
Fury? What roof? Which roof?
She's trapped on the roof hiding.
Oh yeah, yes, that would be. You'd get.
Okay. Shinrail, if that is you, you have extremely bad timing. I am currently trying to get where she is.
Oh. Well, that's good. Send another message to Sayuri. Say, oh, okay, yeah. She said that's great. Then, she said something about red and yellow leaves and an obelisk. That's where you are, right? Black obelisk, or at least that makes sense to you.
Would that make sense to her?
The parch word is the parch wood has the red and yellow leaves, but you do not know about an obelisk. Or Siri does not.
Okay. Well, I am in the Parchwood right now, but I'm currently surrounded by wizards who are pissed that I stole a book from them. Trying not to get seen and die. Good to know.
Fun times. And then the last thing he'll do, he'll send one last message to Sal. She probably sounded like she passed out, but he would still send it anyway, just saying, "Just be strong. Your Sayori's nearby, and she's coming to get you."
Baby sister. I hope she comes.
No.
You know, they really needed to invent some kind of magical device that lets siblings talk to each other more frequently. Because this stuff.
The precursor to the cell phone.
Yeah, they're called sending stones.
It's so expensive. They just came out with the Sending Stone 12.
Oh gosh, they just I Sayuri bought a set for her and Rangar. They are kind of expensive.
Especially the Whitestone brand, bro.
Well, that'll be her first purchase after she finds and gets Sal if they have to separate for anything. So, all right, back to this game.
Long rest has. It's a new day. Get up. Shit. And then runs out the door. Goes find the shiny. Just buddy.
What?
Wake up. What do you use to scry?
Oh, I have a mirror.
Get it out right now. We need to do this.
Mars walks by, hears that sentence, looks.
That probably doesn't
Keep
help that I'm
walking.
barely clothed too. Just like no time. Mars, I hear you walking. Get in here.
I don't know if I want to.
Weed brain.
I'll just constantly prestidigitate a cloud around all of Dolus except for his head.
I'm reaching out for the mirror. But I'm just not thinking about anything else. Like
Hope comes
I bet
running
you
in
can't
with his
listen.
robe. Dulles, you're naked.
where am I? Oh fuck. Okay.
Thanks, Hope.
Gets the mirror. Memorized the incantation. First scry. He's thinking about that the landscape of where he saw all the fiends walking around and like kind of like that square where he saw the wizards and everything like that. Just trying to picture the sensor is like kind of in the air, in that open area that he had to cross to get from where he first entered and all the way to the sigil.
What are you doing? I'm sorry. What are you trying to do?
Just scrying on that.
Okay, trying to scry that area. Okay, that's what you're doing. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Senses go here. And you are attempting to get to that place. Sense your vision tunneling downward far below Orshana, before it feels like you hit a large wall and your spell breaks.
God's all the fucking nine hells. I
Did you
go
break
to
my
like
mirror?
I'm like winding up to throw it at the wall, and I'm like, it's not mine. That's expensive. Give it back to Shiny, both hands.
Did
This
you mess
bastard's
up?
warded it. The bastard's warded it.
Oh.
We're going in blind.
It's always fun.
Okay. Thank you, Shiny. Sorry, I came in here naked. He'll walk back out, scratching his head. This is a problem.
What's the problem?
They thought ahead of us. They warded off that area. I can't get a look at it.
Oh, great. Okay.
We're still doing this, right?
I believe so. I'm trying to figure out spells right now.
Yeah.
Do we want to let the higher ups know not exactly what we're doing, but just to set up defenses in case whatever happens or whatever they're planning goes into action? The city has some defense and is prepared.
Haven't they been preparing this entire time? If not, that is a real malfeasance on their part in terms
We
of
haven't
knowing what
told
they
them exactly what to prepare for. This is new. This is information that we're gonna get before we go in.
Yeah.
All right.
This isn't a report. It's just a heads up. Defend
Here.
the gate stones.
I can send them. I can send a message. That'll be, and then I'll have to take an hour to recover some of that power, but I'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
Who should I send it to? The Bright Queen, your spy master.
Now, Lumia, who do you recommend? You're junior archmage. You know more people than all of us here. Or Marlboro.
Who did you? I'm pretty sure the only people that you allowed to know about everything that's going on was the Bright Queen and the Spy Master, if I'm correct.
And the
Yeah.
general.
Was he included?
He was
Because I know you
included.
didn't include
We both
Amnon.
included.
And none's
So-
not included. It's the Bright Queen, the Spy Master, the general, and us.
Then, I mean, the Bright Queen's not going to be much help, and really, because if she starts passing out orders, might become a little too. I mean, I would either say the general or the spy master, but I'm also wondering if the general posts more guards around the location. That might become obvious.
What's the
The
spy
spy-
master gonna do though?
He might be able to have people at least watch the locations in the shadows and get word quicker. Is my thing maybe with him, but that's also
I do think
yeah.
if we give the info to the Bright Queen, then she could properly disseminate it. Because the general isn't in charge of the guards; he's just in charge of the Echo Knights. We learned Den Glass is in charge of the guards at this point in time.
I think spy master's the way to go. They at least have the intellect to keep this quiet. They can keep thinking about their mouth shut at least.
And if it becomes too much, he can let the Bright Queen know because he will be closer to her than.
Okay. Yep. I'll put my fingertips to my head and I'll start sending to the spy master. we're making a move today. We believe the enemy has ways into the Lucid Bastion. Link is Asmodeus' throne. Keep your guard up. This may all happen very soon or within the day. Until then, just wait for our word.
The precise place of the throne has been lost to time. Legend says it moved during our rising. Excellent. But I hope whatever it is you have planned will be successful.
Okay, good news. Well, bad news, then good news. Bad news is they don't know where that throne is. It's been moved. Good news is I don't think it's in the Lucid Bastion.
That's good.
Did you tell him to watch out about the gates, that they might be attacked since they're the control of magic?
Casting another sending. Also, new development. Gate stones might be a possible target, especially the ones when the firmaments and the what's the other district called?
Gallimaufry.
Gallimaufry. If that goes down, everything falls.
So that is their plan. Okay. We will do what we can.
They have been warned. Let's get ready.
Okay, do we want to do a hero's feast now? Or do we want to wait?
Isn't
feel
that a big spell?
Yes, it's a 6th.
I don't know what fiends really are capable of. At me as a character, and also me as a player, because there's just so many that they can do different things.
Yeah.
It wouldn't hurt because I feel like that's a really good spell to have within us. It helped us out down to
Against
Terminus.
Lolth, yeah. In Terminus and against Lolth.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's up to you, Hope.
I'm just looking at all of my I'm trying to prepare spells that I think would help.
Yeah. I'm just gonna burn my arcane recovery now because I need to get those spells back.
Emily Mays goes into the room where the teleportation circle is, and I think Shiny's in there, so she's very curious to find out what Shiny's doing in here.
Why would Shiny be in there?
Because he posted he's in there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
He just wanted to see it. That's all. He's never seen a
Yeah.
infernal teleportation circle.
What you doing?
Just looking at it. It's kind of pretty in a really kind of weird, cryptic, and grotesque way.
Yeah, they have a lot of different, like, I mean, you know how our circles are, like, kind of more nature-ish? Theirs kind of are like, look at those signs. Look at that. Like, what? Hope was telling me the word for that is something really bad.
Yeah, all the letters like they are scratching it into flesh, which is like kind of gross, but also artistic.
I guess in a way you're right. Yeah.
Oh, did you know that Sayuri is about to go save Sal, so we don't have to worry about Sal anymore.
So that's good. I mean, that's one thing we don't have to worry about. I'm glad that they get to reconnect.
Yeah, it's nice when siblings get to talk to each other and share life experiences and know what each other's are what's going on in each other's lives.
That is always good.
My siblings were dicks, so I don't know anything about that.
I don't know if I actually had siblings. I mean, I guess Sartagan would maybe be my sibling. Maybe. I don't know how that works.
As they're talking about siblings, Hope walks in. I have none. Actually, most people don't even know that Wyatt is my father.
I have 57.
How many?
57.
Your poor mother.
Why?
That's a lot of children. How old's the oldest?
She didn't raise us all.
Oh. Just half of you?
Like, no, she's there for like when you're like younger, and then she kind of hands you off to your older siblings, and they start taking care of you, and then you guys start taking care of the younger ones.
Gotcha. Never had siblings, so I just didn't. I don't know what it's like.
You're about to get a brother.
Yeah.
Dolus walks in with both his staffs, like the staff of charming and the staff of dunamancy, and he's debating whether or not he has to disattune to the charming one. There's no one's enchanting down here, but I kind of need it, Matt.
Mars comes up behind Dolus and gives him a wet willy and keeps walking into the room.
I'm kind of glad I never had siblings.
Yeah, no, they're a pain in the ass, and we're supposed to
Yeah.
love them, but even though when they're tormenting you for no reason.
Yeah, I love you, but I hate you. It's fun.
You'd be so lost without me. That's the real crux of that.
One time,
Yeah.
I know how it is. One time, my older brother, he stone shaped me into a wall for 15 years.
15 years?
Was it like an inside joke of a thing, or did you do something bad?
Sorry, not
Did
15
you
years,
get-
15 months. 15 months I was in.
Oh!
Oh, that's better. Did you get him
Oh,
back for it?
Yeah, I had put a lot of leaves in his pillows.
Okay.
Uh-huh. And then
Three of them are just like cocking their heads a bit, trying to understand that, and then
and
just
then
like-
what?
Oh well, they were like leaves from this special flower that he's allergic to. So like he almost died.
Oh.
Oh, so we ready to go?
Where's Marlboro?
That was great.
Yeah. Where's Marlboro?
God, we didn't wake him up. Oh God.
He's just sitting in the kitchen again, eating cereal.
Letting the magic users do their thing.
Gotcha.
Marlboro, you ready?
Ready.
All right.
I'm going
You
to
get your
warm
bowl
up.
of Marlboros.
We have to link up again for another 7 hours.
That's... Oh, but
I am unattuning to the Wheel of Stars, and I'm putting on the Amulet of Proof Detection.
we should probably do this hero's feast first.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Alright. I'll start preparing a hero's feast.
I'll hold off on the psychic whispers, and then after the feast is over, make it up 7 hours.
Yeah. Alright, all sorts of amazing food and drink and stuff is done in 10 minutes. Alright, now we got an hour to spend eating all of this.
Okay. Sauerkraut.
It's
Ew.
nothing but bowls of cereal.
exactly.
Cereal has been hitting real good. I feel like Dolus was thinking that, but when the hero's
It's
feast
constantly
out-
like 3 a.m. in Rosana. Cereal hits different at 3 a.m.
I think Hope just has, she's so sick of cereal right now, she just has this big old steak in front of her with like potatoes and corn and just a big old juicy steak. She's like, I need protein.
Yeah. We're still working on that formula for cereal, but this shit's really good.
Oh. And then,
Right.
oh yeah, I need to roll stuff. Hold on. Brain died there for a second. Alright, so by 2d10. That's a d10. That's a d10. 10. Your max hit point goes up by 10. And yeah. So you are immune to poison and being frightened, and all wisdom saving throws are at advantage.
Awesome.
And now the psychic whispers goes up for 7 hours.
All right. Anything else?
That's it for now.
I think just because Derek isn't here, I'm gonna do the one thing that he would really want us to do and draw a tooth and implant it.
Oh my
Because
god.
I'm now better with the rules. Okay. So that was a 10. Okay. I just pull out this obsidian human molar and just kind of like cram it in the back of my mouth. And
Gross.
yeah, I can once per dawn cast Divulge Black Tentacles. And that tooth is off the list.
God, whoever created these black teeth, man, I just
Oh, careful.
all the people that get access to that bag. It's weird.
Are we ready?
As ready as we're ever gonna be. Just get. I mean, I'm just going to. Oh God, I just need to put something out because I'm preparing for something to go really bad as soon as this happens. So, you go now.
Oh, I was just gonna ask Matt. I'm guessing I'm casting teleportation circle. Right, Matt? to be able to
Yes,
access this. Yep.
that is the spell. Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. And Nailumi gets up here and goes, "Oh crap! I forgot to prepare that one today, guys. Sorry. I guess we'll be resting tomorrow." No.
Does the circle count as an object? So, all right. So here's the thing: if Shiny wanted to cast Resilient Sphere, if they get on top of the circle and he casts Resilient Sphere on the circle and they teleport, do they teleport there with the Resilient Sphere around them?
Well, doesn't that prevent magic from teleporting you?
Yeah, I think so.
It's nothing can pass through it. So if we're, that's what I'm saying, we're in the circle already.
Well, like, yeah, it would be a little hard because as soon as Nailumia completes the last thing on the circle, it activates and begins teleporting.
Okay.
She has to finish that last line.
Yeah, and it doesn't last. It doesn't. It lasts for like a round. So like for 6 seconds. After those 6 seconds, no one could really use that. Or it'll probably.
I guess
go.
I just shove you through for 6 seconds, and you might be able to get through, and then we'll come back after.
Yeah, I guess she could do it. Shove everyone in the Resilient Sphere in there, if you wanted to. Sure.
I'm just thinking, like, what if we teleport and like they're waiting there and then just like shoot us?
I think I wouldn't be able to be in it because I would have to push you all through.
Yeah.
Like a hamster ball. Because I'd have to be outside because technically you can't cast magic in it, I believe, or go through it, and I have to finish with the magic
now I'm
line.
thinking if I just held my action until after we teleported to cast that spell, to cast Resilient Sphere.
That's probably smart.
But
then again,
there...
like you'd have to, even if you don't have a target, you lose the spell slot.
Yeah.
Okay.
But...
Whatever, everybody better run through, and she finishes the line.
There we go.
I'm running.
Running.
In.
Shiny skips into it.
Ready, Marbro?
Let's go.
All right. She hops on his back as we go the last ones.
Whee! Oh, brother.
Now this is where Matt says, roll initiative.
Welcome back to Betrayer's Rise.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Magic muscles.
Magic muscles.
And as we get to the other side of this, I'm going to cast Eyes of Night on everybody. And so everybody has 300 feet of dark vision for an hour.
Yes.
Let's go. Off.
All right. So you cast this,
Get down.
and
Down.
as you begin running in the usual white lines and blue energy that come out of this, instead are a black pool. As you sink in, you're unable to breathe, sucking in this liquid that is way too thick.
Ooh, boy.
And then find yourselves almost regurgitated back in a room lit by pure red flames, 3 of them. In around, you see on the north wall a stone arch with a keystone of the arch bearing the eyes and face of Loth, eyes of the multi-horned Asmodeus, the twisted face, yellowed teeth, the dark eyes and bleeding of Orcus. Faces and numerous entities where something tells you of what they are. But there are gods here represented. The names have long been lost. As you stand now here.
Oh, your mic cut out.
Yeah,
As you
he was-
stand now here before them,
Mm.
as you look at them, their eyes of these faces on the keystone shift to meet your gaze.
Immediately trying not to look. I'm looking at the floor.
Floor. Your eyes follow to an alcove that contains a painted stone statue. Here of Asmodeus. It's perched atop a granite plinth like a vulture squatting with arms outstretched and its clawed fingers curled like talons as though ready to leap down and claw at anyone who would dare stand before them. 6 frescoes adorn the walls. As you try to look, 2 flanking the arch, 2 side by side on the west wall, and 2 side by side on the east wall. Each one. You see Loth. You see the scaled tyrant themselves. All depicted. What would you like to do?
That statue looks like it wants a hug.
Statue looks like he wants to claw your face off.
I really hope Shiny's joking when he says this things.
Off to the southwest and southeast, you do see hallways about 5 feet wide that drip almost with stalactites, almost like sharpened needle teeth that lead in those directions. As you stand in this room, the old gods watching you.
I would like to look around for a scrying sensor.
You look, and there are 13.
Oh,
Natalie kind of just like looks up, and then you see her like start counting on her fingertips.
God,
And then looks down at you guys and goes, "Do you really want to know?"
no, I really
Okay.
don't.
I could honestly look for myself if I wanted to know.
Me too. So, do we hear anything coming from either of these tunnels?
Hear the sound of silence. Immediately detecting that something about the design, you're not sure what, but even your breath should be echoing the way this is. It is not. Sound is being dampened.
We're under some silence here.
Hope, do you still have that chalk that you used to make the circle?
Nylumia has the chalk.
Naomi, can I have the chalk, please?
Why? It's my chalk.
I mean, the chalk's gone.
Oh, the chalk's gone.
It's consumed by the spell.
Oh,
I have
yeah.
more chalk, but what do you want with my chalk?
So we can mark our way as we go in case we get lost.
But then I won't have chalk to get us back somewhere.
Well,
She hands you a paintbrush and paint.
I'm gonna.
I'll manifest the echo.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do. Go ahead and do see invisibility on myself.
Shiny's going to write Shiny was here on the wall to mark their starting position.
Those of you who tap into true sight and see invisibility, the frescoes move much like pacing, watching. It's as though the illusion is that they're still. The illusion is that maybe these are just stones. But you might be entertainment for the beings they depict.
So those things are moving.
Dolus like is looking at the ground, like basically just looking at Hope's legs, and just like, yeah, I could live my whole life without knowing that those things are watching me.
Well, the statues of the gods, right, Matt? You said.
Yeah.
Are watching. Yeah. Is there one of those?
Yes.
Yeah, and actually, I'm actually sorry. You said hope you cast True Sight.
See invisibility.
Yeah, see invisibility. Okay, I need to stop you there.
Okay.
As you did that, you see the statue of Asmodeus's head turn at you. Its fingers go up, and your spell is countered.
Oh fuck!
It's
Cool. That just happened.
What if we paint over their eyes so they can't see us?
Yeah, you by all means go up to the King of the Night of the Hells and do that.
Please don't.
You should start with her. And then he's pointing at Wolf.
Yeah, but the Asmodeus one is the one that did counter spell.
We already made this one mad. Why would you want to piss off another one?
Yeah, let's. She has a tight grip on her holy symbol right now.
I'm gonna get like 20 feet away. How far am I like right now from the Asmodeus statue? Like how far away is it?
currently, as you all came in here, you were probably about 10 feet away.
Oh, fun. I'm gonna take a step closer just to look at it a little bit closer.
Get up to it. It doesn't seem to react. Yeah, all of you. So really, you might have already been in front of it. All of you in this room, you're like almost touching these things. Like this is a very small room.
Oh, so that's very more threatening than I thought.
We should probably leave.
Which direction?
I don't know.
This is a 30 by 30 room, and so it's not a lot of squares for you all to just be in.
Yeah, you know, I may have that infernal heritage, but I'm not okay with this.
Is there any difference between the two passages?
Not that you can see.
Okay. Is there there's two passages. Is there one closer to the Asmodeus statue? Like, is it like he's interposing?
They're about so. Each one almost comes off of his left and right claws.
Okay.
And then like he's facing you, and the passages go at an angle away from him, so you have to pass by to his left or pass by to his right.
Okay, tell you what. Heads, we go right. Tails, we go left. Shiny takes out the ball that he has, throws it in the air, catches it. Tails, let's go left.
After you.
Yeah. Right. I'm following you, Shiny.
Shiny's gonna hop on his broom and
I'll
start
take off
slowly-
towards the left.
All right. So the purposes of this, we're going to call this the southwest.
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 Okay.
Cool.
Let's go. And
So
I'm keeping my eyes peeled, my ears open.
yeah, you come here about 30 feet. The walls dotted with these rocks that seem to have this red glow, giving you light. And then you see this comes to end in a T. The passage going to the southeast and one going to the northwest. To the northwest is about 20 feet before you see a door. Southeast, it's about 30 feet that leads into some type of room, but it's as if something there is preventing you from seeing inside.
Is the sound still muffled?
Shiny will cast dancing lights and send it down towards the southeast.
We can't hear you.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yes.
now we can.
Okay.
That's a big gate on your mic.
It is. But you can hear me fine now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Your lights go out and fly into the room and shine upon 6 suits of armor. As the light hits them, they float into the air. Fire of black and red spurts from below the helmets,
Did I do that?
and they rush
Fuck!
down.
Okay.
You did that.
Did I do that? I didn't mean to do that. I didn't do that.
And y'all, that is where we're going to end.
Oh, shit!
Oh, wow. Jeez.
Yay.
Oh, fuck.
Guys, holy shit.
All right. So, those of you watching, thank you so much. Next time, as our crew investigates the betrayer's rise, they know apparently some defenses may have been put up from their arrival. So, we'll see you then.
Oh, man. We didn't even ask people what this place was beforehand.
Nope.